शतनमञ्चमामि गङ्गे शतनमञ्चमामि गङ्गे शतनमञ्चमामि गङ्गे शतनमञ्चमामि गङ्गे देवनदी विष्णुनदी नदीश्वरी गङ्गे देवसरी सुरसरितार सुरध्वनि गङ्गे अनिलग्नता ध्रुवनंदा मंदाकिनी गंगे त्रिपदिका विष्णुपका देवपका गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे सूर्यसरी गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे शतनमञ्चमामि गंगे
Hello, Namaskar. Welcome to Meri Ganga Quiz.
Today we go into the 6th episode, the last edition of our prequel series to this much-awaited Meri Ganga Quiz. A warm welcome to all our viewers. In the last 5 episodes of this very special National Mission for Clean Ganga drive, we talked about the religious importance, the socio-economic cultural significance, the flora and fauna, and much more around this river.
Today, Ganga has come to signify a potpourri of contradictions. From its absolute grand iconic image to the blatant brutal abuse, from the crystal clear purity of the water to the filth that assaults it each day. Well, we are here to take up this fight. National Mission for Clean Ganga is here to clean up the river and save the generations for once and for all. And yes, we have made amazing inroads in going ahead about this mission, and there's more to come. Let's take a look.
Hindu mythological and religious texts consider the river Ganga in itself a tirtha, one that symbolizes a crossing point between earth and heaven. The Mahabharata describes it as the best of rivers, born of all the sacred waters. The Ganga, given the legal identity and rights of an individual, certainly carries extremes. Physical and metaphysical and symbolic, like no other river on earth has ever experienced. List out just some of these contradictions. First, and the biggest of them all, an intense grandeur and deep magnificence of the river on one hand, venerated and revered by generations.
अलकनंदा को हम विष्णुपदी गंगा के नाम से पुकारते हैं। अगर गंगा ही नहीं रहेगी, अलकनंदा ही नहीं रहेगी बद्री का समय, तो हमारे सारे संकल्प तो अधूरे रह जाएंगे, क्योंकि हम तो कहते हैं अलकनंदाया दक्षिण कूले। अगर बद्रीनाथ में अगर अलकनंदा नहीं रहेगी तो हमारा धाम की जो ख्याति है वो हम बिल्कुल गौण हो जाएगी, बिल्कुल कम हो जाएगी।
Contrast that with the most brutal abuse of its identity. Tons of industrial waste and sewerage emptied into its waters every day without a dint of guilt and shame by the same people who live off it.
आजकल क्या हम श्रद्धा के नाम के ऊपर, अंधविश्वास के नाम के ऊपर, पोंगा पंडिते के नाम के ऊपर और बाकी बहुत सारी चीज़ों के नाम के ऊपर क्या करते कि घर का कूड़ा कबाड़ कचरा आश्रम का सब जाके गंगा जी में फेंक देते। ऐसी ऐसी चीज़ बहा देते जो गंगा जी में बहाना नहीं चाहिए। तो ये तो हमें एक चेतना लानी पड़ेगी, और ये काम पुरोहितों का है, ये काम संतों का है, ये काम समाज सुधारकों का है। सरकार अपने स्तर से कर रही है और करते ही रहना चाहिए, लेकिन खाली सरकार कहे कि मैं अगर इसमें पैसा लगा के और पूरा, आप जैसे सरकार ने घाट बनवा दिया, लेकिन इसके लिए जनता जागरूक नहीं होगी तो फिर ये घाट बनाना बेकार है, क्योंकि फिर वो गंदगी हो जाएगी। तो इसके लिए तो हमें भी जागरूक रहना पड़ेगा।
Juxtapose those crystal clear streams of Gomukh and Gangotri and the Valley of Flowers descended from heaven itself in their purity. With this, a nightmarish quagmire slithering and slinking its way into the river India calls its mother. Contrast those roaring cascades of water of Shivpuri and Rishikesh, from which rafters and kayakers derive doses of adrenaline, with the placid waters of the Ganges Delta in West Bengal, where a silent spell is cast.
गंगा माने कलकत्ता का अस्तित्व ही गंगा से है, और गंगा यदि यहाँ से विलुप्त हो गई तो पश्चिम बंगाल अपने आप में शून्य हो जाएगा, कलकत्ता महानगर विशेष करके, क्योंकि कलकत्ते को जोड़ने के लिए गंगा सेतु का काम करती है। और आप मेरे पीछे में एक हावड़ा ब्रिज है, आप देखिए ये वो पॉइंट है कि यदि गंगा ना हो तो सेतु काम नहीं करेगा, इसलिए गंगा बंगाल में कलकत्ते वालों के लिए लाइफ लाइन है।
Down the Ganga's 2,500-kilometer route through mountain and valley and rocks and plains and dams and deltas, so much changes. The purity and flow of the water, the flora and fauna alongside and inside it, cultures and traditions and folklore, economy and industry. The aura travels around India and worldwide. For all these reasons that go well beyond legend and religion, the Ganga spells magic. For the sake of generations to come, let's protect it.
Here we are at this iconic landmark of India, India Gate, which is the epitome of sacrifice, sacrifice of our ancestors. Are we ready to forget that sacrifice? Ganga too is in the process of being sacrificed, and hence National Mission for Clean Ganga is on a mission to rejuvenate our rivers, at the same time to insulate the river from pollution. An integrated, disciplined, strategy needs to be adopted of cleaning works, of public and private partnerships, of harnessing of technology, of spreading public awareness.
The challenge extends to multiple sectors and crores of stakeholders. Entry-level activities that have been achieved is only one end of the spectrum. Medium-term efforts over the coming years and a larger and deeper perspective is the urgent call of the hour.
A disciplined commitment to the cause is the prescription that India needs, is the prescription that Ganga needs. And our enthusiastic youth show us the route. As always, they are the strength of this mission, and we look to our youths to deliver, as we know they will.
Mysticism, culture, folklore, prayer, devotion. They all mingle into one deep thought here. For thousands of years on end, this river has held a unique attraction. And though in its empirical purity things have changed, there's hardly a change in depths of devotion and belief. Gomukh and Gangotri, to Prayagraj's Triveni Sangam and the Ganga Sagar of West Bengal, a vibrant attachment lives bright. For some, an everyday feeling taken for granted. For many, a distant magic, a tirtha, actually feeling which is a dream realized.
गंगा किनारे मेरा जन्म हुआ था, आज मांडवी किनारे मैं बसी हूँ। गंगा हमारी माँ है, हमारी संस्कृति है। जब भी मैं मांडवी का पानी छूती हूँ, मुझे गंगा का स्पर्श महसूस होता है। आखिर सारी नदियाँ सागर में ही तो आकर मिलती हैं। गंगा मेरे मन में बसी एक अनुभूति है।
And yet, there can be no refusing reality outright. The fact that this is among the most polluted rivers of the world. The fact that crores of people who draw sustenance and succor from the Ganga are the same people who mistreat it and empty tons of filth and poison into its waters. 5 states, they generate 7,301 million litres of sewage daily, with available treatment capacity of only 2,126 MLD, which means 4,175 litres of untreated sewage emptied out into India's most holy river every single day. And sewage is just one end of its problems. Industrial waste is a massive culprit. Tanneries, bleaching and dyeing mills, chemical and paint factories, and more that seems near impossible to break out of, playing havoc with intrinsic gangetic ecologies, with flora and fauna, and more. Over the last 4 years, there's been definite progress on an uphill path, with pollution abatement the primary focus. A comprehensive stretch-based approach, life cycle operations and maintenance, enhancement of sewage treatment facilities, monitoring of effluent discharge, all of this and more have made a massive difference. Strategy formulation and stakeholder consultations have gone hand in hand with structural reorganization to rejuvenate the river.
बद्रीनाथ धाम में 7 नालों की टैपिंग की जा रही है और इन 7 नालों से जो सीवेज आएगी उसकी 3 STP प्लांटों में ट्रीटमेंट किया जाएगा और जिससे कि प्रदूषित पानी जो नदी में जा रही थी अलकनंदा नदी में उसकी सफाई होके उसको स्वच्छ बना के नदी में फिर से प्रभावित किया जाएगा जिससे कि हमारा गंगा स्वच्छ साफ और सुंदर रहेगा।
ये रिवर बेल्ट है, ये बगल में जो स्ट्रीम निकल रही है तो इसमें एक नया इकोसिस्टम डेवलप किया गया यहाँ पे, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो पहले स्पीसीज़ नहीं होती थी, चाहे वो एक्वेटिक फौना है चाहे टेरेस्ट्रियल फौना है, तो फ्लोरा फौना दोनों चीज़ की एक नई एक्सपेक्टेशन यहाँ पे आई हैं। बर्ड्स स्पीसीज़ हैं, अदर माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं, तो हम एक नई तरह से इस चीज़ को तलाश रहे हैं।
But official intervention and programs can make up only part of the need for a much bigger fight. The fight for the Ganga, like numerous other fights this nation has seen down its history, has to become a people's movement. A responsibility of every individual to revive and resuscitate this legacy of the gods to its pristine brilliance.
The quiz titled Meri Ganga is designed and conceptualized to energize just this momentum. The National Mission for Clean Ganga, in collaboration with Doordarshan, sees this 16-episode event as a milestone in their gigantic exercise and effort.
This is a pan-India contest. We have taken our teams from the length and breadth of the country. We have divided them into 6 different zones. Do you remember the zones, Alan?
Absolutely, Priyanka. The North Zone and the North Central Zone.
The East Zone, the Northeastern Zone.
And the South Zone and the West Zone.
West Zone, that's absolutely correct. I'll give you 100 points for that. But most importantly, these are all the schools and contestants that we've collected from union territories and states involved and people who live on the banks of river and off it.
So you have North Zone, Chandigarh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Rajasthan. North Central Zone, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Bihar. East Zone, Andaman and Nicobar, Sikkim, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha. Northeastern Zone, the Seven Sisters, Assam, Tripura, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram and Meghalaya. South Zone, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala, Puducherry and Lakshadweep. And finally, the West Zone, Goa, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Daman and Diu, Dadar and Nagar Haveli. Schools from around India, both government and private, have been invited to participate in the quiz on the grandeur of the Ganga, the pollution assault and measures to protect the river under the National Clean Ganga Mission. A total of 24 teams from the 6 mentioned zones have been shortlisted to compete at the national level through quarter-final rounds, 3 semi-final rounds and a single grand final. Over these 10 rounds in all, the 24 teams will compete in front of the camera in a quiz game show with buzzer rounds, rapid fire rounds, visual rounds and more. Let's just go over how it works out. 6 quarter-finals, 4 teams in each contest. The 2 top teams in each contest progress to semi-final stage. We have a total of 12 teams making it to the semi-final. 3 semi-finals. 4 teams in each contest. The top team in each contest progresses to the final. A total of 3 teams make it to the final. These teams will compete for the title. The winner gets a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. The first runner-up wins rupees 50,000 and there is 25,000 rupees for the second runner-up.
Our focus today is the West Zone, Goa, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. Though these regions are geographically distant from the river, yet the river touches their lives in many ways because of its sheer brilliance and aura.
Nagpur is located in the heart of our country, and near Nagpur is located a small township called Varora in the proximity of Wardha river. Otherwise famous for its dense forest, Varora is known world over for a center, Anand One, instituted by social engineer late Baba Amte for the leprosy patients and their rehabilitation. In this premises, Anand One, a college, Anand Niketan, was established in 1964 to impart quality as well as value-based education to the socio-economically challenged students of the region. Since then, college is carrying ahead the torch of vision and mission of Baba Amte, the founder secretary of Maharogi Seva Samiti. Education is not mere completion of syllabus and appearing for examination. It is, of course, the overall development of the personality of the students. To achieve this, Anand Niketan College has got a huge library, a well-equipped chemistry laboratory to provide students a facility to conduct experiments. In the same way, there is a laboratory for physics and other life sciences. This is proved by the sincere efforts of students and dedication of the teachers of Anand Niketan College, Varora. It so happened that 2 girl students, namely Sakshi Randive and Kajal Dhakulkar, studying in 12th standard, scanned the government portals and prepared themselves for the Meri Ganga Quiz contest. They cleared the preliminary test of the quiz and were declared eligible for the finals to be held at New Delhi.
As we are going through the rivers of India, we come across the app, My Government app. There were different topics for quiz competition. We selected Meri Ganga Quiz competition as we have information about Ganga and its importance. After completing the process of quiz competition and after solving the questions, we scored 70%. When we scored 70%, we have enough confidence to reach final.
I wish to make people aware about cleaning the different rivers of the state, countries through essay competition, poster competition, etc.
Environmental awareness is one of our basic objectives, and through different environmental activities, we inculcate the values of saving the environment and conserving the biodiversity. The Meri Ganga Quiz was one such activity where we motivated our students to participate through my government portal, where our students passed the first online examination, and then they were selected for participation in All India Quiz to be held in New Delhi. I hope that my students will clear the first round and will reach up to the finals of the quiz. I wish them success.
The girl students have prepared painstakingly points on Ganga, its pollution, and need to make it pollution free for this quiz contest.
The socio-economic impact Ganga has had on the lives of people is visible. Amongst all the other areas, perhaps the least in the limelight is the fisheries industry.
The livelihood of over 1 crore people living in the Gangetic Basin depends on it. But for them too, pollution and abuse of the river means a fading magic crying out for change.
Spawning and giving succor to a culture and way of living, supporting a livelihood, the economic phase. Two distinct aspects of this mighty river along its entire stretch and over the 10 lakh square kilometers that make up the Ganga Basin. As an economic powerhouse in itself, the river supports close to half of India's population, directly or indirectly, and beyond its deep religious phase, there's a strong dependence here for irrigation and water management, and beyond that to hydropower. An aspect perhaps eclipsed or taken for granted is the fact that the Ganga also supports over 1.3 crore riverine fishermen and about 300 freshwater fish species. The riverine fisheries industry on the Ganga, among the largest in the world, provides nutritional and livelihood security to millions. That daily catch, the selling price, the skill and experience of fisherfolk who have drawn a living from this world for generations on end, marks a massive treasure trove. Traditional fishing communities possess remarkable ecological knowledge about the river, about fish and biodiversity, their breeding biology, ecology, seasonality and distribution.
गंगा के ऊपर हम लोग यहाँ रहने वाला गंगा के ऊपर ही हमारा ज़िंदगी निर्भरशील है। हम लोग यही नदी से मछली पकड़ते, जब वर्षा का सीज़न आता है तो हम लोग इलिस मछ का ऊपर ज़्यादा प्रभाव फैलता है, क्योंकि वही मछली हम लोगों को रोजी रोजगार देता है। जब शीत आ जाता है तब इलिस मछली नहीं मिलता है, तब हम लोग दूसरा मछली पकड़ने के लिए समुद्र में जाता है, जैसे कि भोला, फिर भेटकी, फिर सेले, तेले, ऐसा दूसरा मछली भी हम लोग पकड़ते हैं।
Floodplain fisheries are dominated by major and minor carps, catfishes and a mix of many other families. Major carps including katla, rohu, mrigal, mahashir and hilsa, and some large catfishes are the most valued catches across most parts of the river. The Hooghly and Sundarban tidal rivers in West Bengal are dominated by shellfish including prawns, mud crabs and shrimps. And in several areas along the banks, eating habits themselves are dictated by it. Cuisine and the culinary industry mark a bigger expansion. Once again though, it boils down to this as the biggest culprit threatening this way of life too.
During season time, fishes are migrated from the sea to Ganga for their breeding. Due to pollution, the migrated fish like hilsa, malkamsani and eel are not coming properly for breeding, and spawn fry fingerlings are not available properly in the Ganga due to pollution. Due to pollution, indigenous species also affected, as the deterioration of the dissolved oxygen level and BOD.
Of over 7 billion liters of raw sewage dumped into the Ganga every day from hundreds of towns along the river and its tributaries, almost half comes from West Bengal alone. And the fisheries industry is directly hit. Industrial heavy metals, pesticides from agriculture, solid waste, human and animal carcasses are worst hit. An outcome has been dwindling flows in several parts, a direct blow to fishermen and their catch. Yet, another call, another plea, another prayer and entreaty to protect India's river, to protect India's heritage and its core identity.
Most of us grew up hearing about or living the magic of Ganga. But let's face the reality. Ganga has lost her gleam. How often are we only going to talk about the situations where we are going to solve this problem? How long are we going to be satisfied with just talking about it? It's time we stop talking. It's time we start doing. It's time we educate our youngsters to know about the glorious of our rivers, that is River Ganga, about her contribution to our heritage, our tradition, our culture, to our very own existence. It is this knowing, this awareness that will be the biggest ingredient in not just stopping the pollution, but also stopping the atrocities to the most pristine of our rivers.
Knowledge is power, and power is protection. Strangely, that is the pill the Ganga needs today. Protection from its own citizens, protection from industrial pollution, protection from devouring encroachment and violation that threatens its very existence.
This program is aimed at raising the awareness. It's a wake-up call and a shake-up call to push people to act. Let us go ahead and listen in to the voices where people talk about the brilliance of Ganga in the areas that they live.
Being an artist myself, you listen to a lot of stories revolving around the goddess Ganga. What we see today is that the river has degenerated to an extent. I sincerely hope that the younger generation or the generations to come will see Ganga in its older glory, in its older beauty, as the pristine and serene river that is the giver of blessings, that is the goddess that we all revere.
ഇനി ഏതു പുഴയുണ്ടു കൂട്ടുകാരി, പുഴ പോയ വഴിയേതു കൂട്ടുകാരി, പുഴകളും പൂക്കളും കുന്നും കുരുവിയും നാളെയും കാണുമോ കൂട്ടുകാരി, പുഴകളും പൂക്കളും കുന്നും കുരുവിയും നാളെയും കാണുമോ കൂട്ടുകാരി. ധാരാളം പുഴകൾ കൊണ്ട് നിറഞ്ഞ ഈ ഭൂമുഖത്ത് നശിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന പുഴകളെ സംരക്ഷിക്കുക എന്ന ഒരു മഹാ ദൗത്യമാണ് ഈ ലോകം ഏറ്റെടുക്കേണ്ടത്. ഒപ്പം നമ്മുടെ വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഈ ഗംഗ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ മഹാനദിയുടെ സംരക്ഷണാർത്ഥമാണ് ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ സംസാരിക്കുകയും ഈ പാട്ടിലൂടെ ഞാൻ ഒരു പുതിയ കാലത്തെയും ജനതയെയും തലമുറകളെയും ഓർമ്മപ്പെടുത്താൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നതും ഈ പാട്ടിലൂടെയാണ്.
From among the 400 million people living on the banks, if each person decide to plant one tree each every year, there will be 400 million trees being planted on the bank every year. If this happens every successive year, it brings about a large impact.
ഇന്ത്യൻ ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ അംശങ്ങളിലും വ്യാപിച്ചു കിടക്കുന്ന സാന്നിധ്യമാണ് ഗംഗ. അതൊരു ജലപ്രവാഹം പോലെ ഇന്ത്യക്കാരൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ, മിത്തുകളിൽ, പുരാണങ്ങളിൽ, വിശ്വാസങ്ങളിൽ എല്ലാം വ്യാപിച്ചു കിടക്കുന്നു. T.S. Eliot വേസ്റ്റ് ലാൻഡ് പോലുള്ള മഹത്തായ ഒരു കാവ്യത്തിൽ എഴുതിയത് ഗംഗാവോ സങ്കൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പ്രസിദ്ധമായ വരിയുണ്ട്. അതിൽ മാത്രമല്ല 16-ാം നൂറ്റാണ്ടിലെ പോർച്ചുഗീസ് മഹാകാവ്യമായ കമോൺഷിൻ്റെ ഓസ് ലൂസിയാസിൽ ഗംഗയെക്കുറിച്ച് വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു പരാമർശമുണ്ട്. ഗംഗ ആ കാവ്യത്തിൽ പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെടുക പോലും ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഇറ്റാലിയൻ കവിയായ ദാന്തേക്ക് ഗംഗയെ പരിചയമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇങ്ങനെ ഇന്ത്യൻ ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെയും സംസ്കാരത്തിൻ്റെയും പ്രതീകമായി ലോകം മുഴുവൻ അംഗീകരിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഗംഗയെ അറിയുക, അതിലൂടെ ഗംഗയെ വീണ്ടെടുക്കുക, അങ്ങനെ ഇന്ത്യയെ തന്നെ വീണ്ടെടുക്കുക, അതായിരിക്കണം നമ്മുടെ ലക്ഷ്യം.
जो नर तुझको जाता, जो नर तुझको जाता, मन वांछित फल पाता.
Ganga Aarti, as we all know, is a ritual offering of prayers offered to river Ganges. Every evening as the dusk descends, it is time for Ganga Aarti. It is performed in the holy cities of Haridwar, Rishikesh and Varanasi. I would probably say it is one of the most spectacular events one must witness in their lifetime.
നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ തന്നെ ഗംഗാ നദിയുണ്ട്, യമുന നദിയുണ്ട്, പല മഹാനദികളുണ്ട്, ധാരാളം ചെറു ചെറു നദികളുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം 44 നദികളുണ്ടെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. പ്രത്യക്ഷമായും പരോക്ഷമായിട്ടും പിന്നെ നമ്മളുടെ നിലനിൽപ്പിന്, ഈ ഭൂമിയുടെ നിലനിൽപ്പിന്, ജീവൻ്റെ നിലനിൽപ്പിന് ഈ നദികൾ സംരക്ഷിക്കപ്പെടേണ്ടതിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യകത വളരെ വലുതാണ്. ഇത് മനസ്സിലാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം.
എനിക്ക് ഗംഗ വെസ്റ്റ് ബംഗാളിൻ്റെ നദിയാണ്. ഹൂഗ്ലിയും പറ്റ്നയുമായി മാറിയ ഗംഗ. ഞാൻ യാത്ര ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളതും ആ വഴികളിലൂടെയാണ്. ശരിക്കും നമ്മളെ വല്ലാതെ മാടി വിളിക്കുകയും നമ്മളൊപ്പം സഞ്ചരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി പ്രേരിപ്പിക്കുകയും ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു നദിയുണ്ട്. അത് അറിയണമെങ്കിൽ ആ വഴികളിലൂടെ തന്നെ സഞ്ചരിക്കണം. കാഴ്ചകൾ കാണുന്നത് നമ്മൾ വെറും കണ്ണുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രമല്ല, മനസ്സുകൊണ്ട് കൂടിയാണ്. ആ മനസ്സ് തിരിച്ചറിയണമെങ്കിൽ ഗംഗയിലൂടെ സഞ്ചരിക്കണം, ഗംഗയുടെ വഴികളിലൂടെ സഞ്ചരിക്കണം, ഗംഗയെ അടുത്തറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് സഞ്ചരിക്കണം.
For my films like Agnisakshi and Bokshu, I visited from Varanasi to Haridwar to Rishikesh to Kedarnath to Badrinath to Gangotri. And I have witnessed with my own eyes how the river is decaying, is dying as it flows down. And why does that happen? It's because of the people who are living by do not care enough for it. It's their livelihood actually, it's the lifeblood of the nation, yet we don't take care of it. So let this be an awakening in people, a common man, and it's not just about the scientists, that we have to actually be more careful in preserving the river so that the nation benefits from it.
From Gomukh to Sundarbans of Bengal, where the river amalgamates itself into the ocean, the Ganga passes through over 100 Indian cities, big and small, and touches the lives of crores of people, their industry, their livelihood, their culture, their religion, and more.
And so much changes and evolves along the way. Along the 2,525-kilometer journey, it ends in Kolkata, at one time one of the most powerful industrial cities of our country. The City of Joy is a unique and beautiful amalgamation of cultural warmth and business might.
The Howrah Bridge, or Ravindra Setu, it is the most famous symbol of the metropolis, connecting the twin cities of Kolkata and Howrah. 100,000 vehicles and possibly more than 150,000 pedestrians cross this bridge each day, easily making it the busiest cantilever bridge in the world. Kolkata holds a very special place in any study of Indian modern history for the last 200 years. Its former name, Calcutta, was an anglicized version of the probable original Bengali name Kolikata or Kalika Khetra, the ground of goddess Kali. But its past certainly goes back beyond the British. Akbar's Prime Minister mentions it in his Ain Akbari as a Khas Mahal, through to charters and battles that made it the British capital of India. Kolkata today is a unique amalgam of a chaotic Indian metropolis and a city that holds on to its rich cultural past. Tagore and Rabindra Sangeet ring out in its lanes and by-lanes. The Pandal culture at Durga Puja is as vibrant as ever. There's a ready willingness in the people to set aside modern commercial complexities for artistic, literary, and intellectual pursuits.
The lower Ganges has been a part and parcel of my life growing up in the suburbs of North Kolkata. Extreme pollution, the Ganges is deteriorating day by day, so we should all join hands in order to save the Ganges, in order to save humanity.
Kolkata is spread linearly along the banks of the river Hooghly, sloping downwards from west to east. This distributary of the Ganga, 240 kilometers in West Bengal, has played a key role in shaping the region's culture and festivals. The Hooghly is a major lifeline for Kolkata city too, the only source for drinking water as well as water for industrial power and other commercial use. Ferries operating on the river connect different parts of Kolkata, Howrah in the west to Armenian Ghat in the east, Howrah to Fairley, Howrah to Chandpal, and more. The city's biggest infrastructure and historical monuments remain located along the river. Howrah Station, which is a railhead for Kolkata city, the colonial era Fort William, aging jute factories, power stations, Kolkata port and harbour, and a string of warehouses. They all lie along the river. Some 150 large industrial plants are lined up too.
The entire establishment of Kolkata, its industries, its economies, the establishment of Howrah, its industries, which is popularly known as Manchester, and the Kolkata's industry, which grew with the British companies, which had notable Bengalis and cosmopolitan peoples, all rests with the Ganges. The Ganges was the lifeline of the city. The Ganges was the religion of the city. The Ganges was the pulse of the industries of Kolkata.
But pollution worries glare hard. 2,700 industries in Kolkata city, manufacturing chemicals, acids, paint, varnishes, glass and ceramics, leather and more are primarily culprits polluting the river. Under the Namami Gange program, a total of 187 projects are in progress for treatment of municipal sewage, treatment of industrial effluents, river surface cleaning, ghats and crematoria works and more.
हमारी गंगा शुद्ध होनी चाहिए कि नहीं होनी चाहिए? आप लोगों ने भी गंगा सफाई में मेरी मदद करनी है कि नहीं करनी है? पक्का करोगे?
It's a huge and challenging task. 47 are already complete, but the road has been created and slowly but surely we are getting there.
So we end the sixth and the final prequel episode of the series. And it's a major turning point too, because from here we start our grand Meri Ganga Quiz.
Just to acquaint you with the mega exercise of Meri Ganga Quiz, well, undertaken by the National Mission for Clean Ganga in collaboration with Doordarshan. Over the next 10 episodes, we are going to bring on stage 24 teams from 6 earmarked zones. We can't wait for you to get on this ride with us. Well, they will be fighting it out for the crown of the winner, and Mother Ganga is at the center of it all. These teams have been selected by My Government app.
So let the countdown begin. The biggest ever quiz on Ganga Indian television has ever known, right there on your screens.
Don't you forget to tune in. Both of us and the very first set of teams from the North Zone are waiting. Goodbye.
Goodbye.